Welcome to weekly forecast of Nifty top 10 stocks and major indexes according to their weightages. So today we'll going to discuss about the Nifty, Bank Nifty, Crude, Gold, Silver, Bitcoin, and along with top 10 Nifty stocks. What is the possible direction of them for the next week? We'll begin with the gold. Okay. This is the hourly chart, daily chart. Okay. So earlier week, I hope we were somewhere around here. So I said like we will be seeing one up before it can go any further down. So it is all-time high now. So what is the possible direction now? So this will be our next support area. Okay. So it may come down to a little bit, maybe towards 2150 and 2160. Then we may see one more up if it is taking support here, or else we will be moving to 2124. So look for the smaller sell setup here, then buy in case of gold, or if it is crossing the high of 2194, then we can buy for smaller with smaller risk. Like here you can put the stop loss and trade for the upside. So overall trend is for the upside only in case of gold. Look for a smaller retracement as it broke all-time high. So there is a chances like it may come little bit down then go upside. So look for the buy setup in higher time frame. For the very smaller time like 15 minutes and hourly, you can look for the sell setup. Silver. So last week we were in the buy, said like here if we may get one up, that is up to 24. So it has done that, and even to 24.50. Now the trend is again positive in case of silver too. The overall trend is upside only because after this one upside movement, there is a consolidation. It's a like pattern here. So after the breakout, there was a beautiful consolidation too. Now it is rallying. So look for the buy setup in case of silver too. There is a small retracement or small downside movement may happen because it is at the resistance level. So I'll just remove these everything. Okay. So here, if I add the new channel or trend line. So if I see only this last part, it might be 1, 2, or like 3, 4, and 5. It is ending something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So hopefully we will get one downside movement or a smaller correction before it can go any further upside. So I'll be adding these two support and resistances. This is not a valid, it broke the high. So it needs to broke the high, then only we can consider this low. But as of now, this will be the one low because it has broken the high of previous move, right? So that is the reason this is a valid low. And this is not a valid high because it did not break any of the lows. So it is a one single line or single movement to the upside. Okay, until and unless it breaks this level or even to this level, we can't say like it has broken for the downside. So just add this trend line. Let's say why I'm adding this, because this bottom is valid because it has crossed the high, and this bottom is valid because this has crossed the high and closed above that. So this will be the valid trend line. So most of the time, we or people mistake that anywhere they put the line and they cross, they add a trend line. So that is not an actual way. For this, I have a video like how to draw trend lines. Please do watch that. And here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we may come a little bit down, and then we may see one more up. That is for the total 5. 1, 2. This is the total 3 and 4, and one more 5 for upside movement in case of silver. So look for smaller sell than buy in case of silver. So it may come little bit down and go upside, or from straight, if it is crossing the high of 24, we can look for buy towards 25.50 or even to the high of 25.89. So look for buy in case of silver, not to sell as of now. Crude oil. So last week we were expecting this to like come down. Yeah, it went little bit up, not to the channel, but it reversing from there. I just remove everything now. We'll see how it is going. So for the, as just I said, trend line. So I'm just connecting these 2 points because this has crossed the previous high. Okay. Right. So if you want, like if we are in the buy side, we will say like this is not a valid trend line because this low is not at formed. When we say this low has formed, it needs to cross at least this high or this high. Okay, understand that. And from the top side, we can add one more channel or trend line because see, this is not a this is a valid low because this has crossed the previous low once again. See here, this is a smaller low. It has crossed here, so this is valid high 1 point, right? So second point is this. This is valid only when it crosses this line. So for the temporary, I'm just adding this channel so that it can come here. Then it will be this higher high, higher low will be a valid one. After that, this will be valid point. So then I'll be add one more channel. Okay. So in case of crude oil, we may see one down before it can go any further up. So look for sell setup in case of crude oil. So we may get support near 76 USD. So look for sell, not to buy as of now in case of crude. USDINR, earlier I said like here, there is an upside and there is a smaller downside. So we may see one more up. The pattern wise, it hasn't changed much. If I see here, we may take support near this, let's say this area, double bottom. It is taking the support. From now here, it can move inside. If it goes inside the channel or inside this support area, and we can look for the buy setup in case of USDINR for at least 2 channels high, that is 23. So look for buy setup in case of USDINR. The risk will be very small because the SL will be very small. So look for buy above this 82.73 and look for buy up to 83. Bitcoin, it is all-time high. So earlier this was a high, right? So now what is the possibility as it crossed the high but not able to close above this area? So it shows some weakness because from last many years or 1 to 2 years, the price has stuck between these areas of 38 to 42 for almost like from top, we can say from here 38 to 42. It's been like 24 January to Feb, 1 month. Here it stuck. Again, it's now started moving. So most of the time, people they think that okay, if it is coming little bit down, they may book the profit here. So that is the reason we may get one down here because this pattern is looking like a flat or 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 slowly, or if it is taking support also, we may get, if it is not crossing the high and closing above 70,360 or odd numbers or whatever the high is there. So we won't be seeing any upside movement for the time being. So we may see one down before it can go any further up. So we'll be seeing one down before it can go any further up. So look for sell setup in case of Bitcoin till like 60,000 or something. Then we can look for the buy. But as of now, look for the sell. Nifty. Nifty, it is a future chart. Okay. So it is all-time high again. Now the valid trend line is this point and this point, right? For the smaller time frame. For hourly time frame, this is the one low I got and second low because it has crossed the previous high. So this is a valid channel. So look for the buy setup here because I'm not, we may take a support at this point of 22,500 or 22,540, or if it is come little bit down also, we may get one more up before it can go any further down. So until and unless it closes below 22,500 on the closing basis, we won't be seeing any downside movement in case of Nifty. So look for the buy setup in case of Nifty for 22,700 and 22,800, or even like it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, or like 1, 2, 3, 4, and fifth wave is pending, so it may move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or if still I go to lower time frames, 1, 2, 3, 4, and last move may be pending, but upside is the way to trade in case of Nifty. If it is staying above 22,500, if it is crossing below, we may see support near this 22,300 or something, this particular point. Okay, so next support area, if it is crossed, then we may see 22,000 or 22,100. So as of now, we can look for the buy setup in case of Nifty or consolidation in between these two areas. If it is crossing the 22,600, we may see 22,700 and 22,800. So look for buy in case of Nifty for next week. Bank Nifty, it is near channel stop. So I just add these numbers. Okay, fine. Sorry, channel. Below this will be the downside move in case of Nifty, sorry, Bank Nifty. So I won't be selling above 47,600, but if it is crossing below that, we may see one down. But if it is not crossing the low and closing below that, we will be seeing one more up. Let's say this is, if we take the support, we will see one more up towards 48,800. So look for buy in case of Bank Nifty. For the smaller time frame, it may come towards 47,600 or 47,500. Then it may reverses towards 48,000. Then we will decide how it goes further, because this is the faster movement and this is the downside movement. 80% may come, so it might have come already 80%. So I'm checking with the Fibonacci. Yes, it is a 80%. There is a simple logic. Whenever there is a longer C wave, let's say this is a longer C wave, A, B, C. Most of the time, these kind of the pattern will reverse to the 80%. Okay. Or if it is A is longer, let's say C is shorter, if it is crossing, then most of the time they'll be hitting 80% of the previous fall. So it has done 80% now, so it may go towards 100% or even to the higher. But as of now, you can look for the smaller sell, then buy at least to the level of 48,455. Then we will decide how it behaves near this area. Okay. Fine. Individual stocks now. Axis Bank. Hourly chart. Okay, fine. So here in case of Axis Bank, first only the last part, let's say this one, it has crossed the previous high here, right? So now it may go one up before it can go any further down, or as in the case of Bank Nifty, if it is taking support here, then it will go one up before it can go any further up. Or if it is crossing below this area, that is 1090, then only we will be looking for the sell. So till then, you can look for the buy in case of Axis Bank for next. So it may take support here. Below this, we can look for the sell. Bajaj Finance. So earlier we said like here, if it is coming this area, that is the resistance area, because earlier it was a support area. Now we turn to resistance. So if it crossing this, we may see one up, then down, or from here it may come one up. So it is a last move. Why I was saying last move? Because here there was 1, 2, and 3, 4. One wave was pending, but here at near the resistance area or support area, which earlier was a support, now it is resistance. The movement is not sharp, or the movement inside the channel or this inside this support area was slow compared to this one. So that is the reason I said one downside may come before it can go any further up. So what is now again here, if I see only the last part, let's say this is the one high, this is higher low, and this is lower numbers, and this to this. Okay, fine. Now it is inside the channel, so it may come little bit up. Let's say this is a faster downside, right? So we can see one more up and then down before it can go any further up, because the faster movement we need compared to this one, or at least like if it is going slower, then it fell a little slower, and faster retracement will be, or faster whenever it crosses high in comparatively the price and time. means faster, or we say it is two-way confirmation, then we can look for the buy. But still till now, it won't give any, it hasn't given any confirmation for that. So for that reason, we can look for sell in case of Bajaj Finance. Bharti Airtel. Okay, so earlier we said like here, it may come little bit down and upside, but it directly went from that area. Now, what is the possible direction for the Airtel? This is the high, which is, you can see here, the previous high is this, right? And if you see all this 7 to 8 candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles, no candle means this was the high, right? This was the high, the green candle. Above that, closing should be above this candle, then only we can say that, okay, we are moving upside. If it is not closing above that, then there is, at this particular area, there is some sellers are sitting at position. So we may see one down before it can go any further up. But if I see overall move compared to this fall, let's say from this high to, okay, from this high, it moving upside. So this comparatively, whatever the this moment is, that is a slower compared to this rise. So possibility of that is the trend is going to continue. But you have to see, wait for the confirmation. Whenever it crosses the high of 1213, then we can look for the buy. Or else we will be seeing a smaller downside, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say it's going a little bit up, then down, then up, possible. So you can look for the smaller sell setup until and unless it closes above this, we can look for the buy. But till this trend line support, and we may get one more up. So trade your setup as per this. HDFC, it was near support area in the daily chart, let's say. Yeah, here. Earlier, there is some activity at this particular point. It was taking support. Okay. So now, from the down, only this point I'm taking, and this because it has closed below that. So 2 points, 1 and 2. It is facing the resistance that near that area. Again, previous high is this. If it is crossing above this, we will be looking for the buy. For the time wise, if you want to take a confirmation, this is a faster, and this is also looking like a faster, maybe 120% or something. So I'm just adding the low and high. So it's still time is there till Monday or Tuesday morning. So if it is not crossing that high, so we'll be seeing one more down. Or if it is crossing above this area, maybe a 1460, then we will be seeing 1480, 1479 or 1480 at this area. Or if it is like slower one, if it is not able to cross the high and close above that, we will be seeing one more down. Pattern may be the triangle here. Why? Because the time they are taking is equal. So more or less, then we will be seeing one more down. The triangle pattern possible in case of GFC. Okay. ICICI Bank, it is again above the channel, but it is consolidating now. So let's see. Okay, we may get little bit down and take a support and one more up. In case of ICICI Bank, because for lower time frame, this is 1 and 2, let's say this is 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it is like 1 and 2, then it will be the last move for the for the top. So until and unless it crosses the 11 11, we won't be looking buy in case of ICICI Bank. So we may get one down before it can go any further up. So look for sell setup in case of ICICI Bank. If it is going a little bit up, sell up to this level, that is 100%. Then we can look for buy if it is closing above 1111. Okay. Infosys, it's taking support on this channel. Oh, I just connected these 3 lines. This is not this is like a bonus because this bottom is not yet formed. Okay, once it crosses the high, then we can say this, okay, this is a valid bottom. But as a trend line or a channel, so we went below this area and now reversing it. So that's a good sign. Here we may get up with a smaller risk reward. We can enter into the trade for 1660 and 1669. If I see you add a RSI, maybe you may getting the divergent. That is additional confirmation. On the basis of RSI, we won't be trading, but you can take additional confirmation if it is giving any confirmation of divergence. This was a low and this was a low. Okay, not a divergent. Fine. So in this case, what will happen? So we may see one up, it's a little bit, and then we may get one more down. If the diversion is there, then we may cross the high, but we won't be crossing any high as of now, but it may go a little bit up, then we may get one more reversal. And from the top, let's say 1 and 2, this 3 and 4, maybe this, or and 5. So 3 ways it will going to end. So 1, 2, this is 3 and 4 and 5. Okay. Or ABC also, if C has ended or something new has started, then we have to cross above this area. Then we can look for that. For smaller time frame, you can look for the buy towards 1640 and 1660. Then we may get one down, then up in case of Infosys. ITC. Yeah, in ITC that was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 was missing. We were looking somewhere in HDFC or something, but that is not the case. But in case of ITC, we were looking one down because this 1, 2, and 3, 4, one more down has to come. So I'll just remove everything so that it can be easy. And it is near the channels bottom. Again, it is moving inside the channels too. For that, let's say if this retracement is 60-70%, so this retracement will come maybe 50% and above that. As per the alternation rules of Elliott wave. So whatever the retracement, let's say this retrace visually I'm taking 80% or even to the 61%. This might be the 50% or 80%. Okay, then this will be like not 80%. For this 80% will be this, and from here to this down, if I'm considering retracement, it may go to 429 or even to the 438 or even to the 446 possibility. Okay, so look for the buy in case of ITC now from the level of 415 or 416 to 429 and 438 with stop loss of this. So look for buy in case of ITC, not to sell. Kotak structurally hasn't changed much. So we were talking the earlier week, like the time wise, it went like this and now it is consolidating. So we may get down before it can go any further up as per the time correction. It was not crossed above this previous high within the time. Okay, then it will show you the strength of the sellers and strength of the buyers here. Means strength of the buyers is less. So we may get one down before it can go any further up. So look for smaller buy than sell because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I may get some upside, then we may get one down before it can go any further up. So look for sell, smaller buy, then sell, then buy in case of Kotak. After that, it will go up, but for this, you may get one down before it can go any further. L&T, we were in the buy. So I said, like if it is crossing, we will be looking buy again. So here it crossed, that means closes above that. So in this consolidation, we can buy one more. So this will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we will be getting buy for 37.20 and 37.40. So look for buy setup in case of L&T, not to sell as of now. Reliance. Reliance, I said, like if it is closing above that, we will be seeing this and this. But if it is facing resistance and coming below it, we will be looking for the sell. Because the last moment it was a closed above that, and before that we closed below this support, right? So this was down first, then up. So most of the time, if it is not going above that, we will be seeing one down before it can go any further up. So in case of Reliance, we may see one down, let's say up to this level or to this level. Okay, so look for sell in case of Reliance, not to buy as of now until and unless it crosses 3020 and above, 3025 and above. Okay, so look for sell setup in case of Reliance. TCS, yeah. So earlier I said like here, if it is making a triangle like structure, if it is crossing above this area, we will be getting up, but it will we went down, and see here there is a, it's not a magic, but you can see here the low has crossed, right? And it just moved inside the channel. So that is a good sign. And here we can take a risk of taking this smaller stop loss. With this smaller top stop loss, we can trade for upside if we get set up like this until unless, or like up to the channel's top or previous resistance area. So we may get one up before go any further down. Because overall movement is looking slower compared to this fall. So after this also we may get one more up in case of TCS. And if I see the total movement here, the Iliad wave comes in a part, and that will help you whether it is a part of the correction or we are getting any further movement. You can see here 1, 2, and 3, 4, and we may get 5. So one up move is pending in case of TCS. So look for buy, not to sell. This is for the next week. This video is made only for the education purpose. Please do take your expert and guru's advices before making any trading and investment decisions. And if you have any doubts, please do comment, and I'll be sharing the link of WhatsApp group also. You can join there. And there so many people and so many traders are there who trades in options, even technicals, and even your market profile, and many are there in fundamental analysis. So you can help each other and we grow each other for that reason. Okay. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye.